All right, so here's the deal. I'm just going to say it. This is like a public service announcement for everyone. If you have a toaster, you need to clean it out once in a while, because if you don't clean it out for like 10 years, two things are going to happen. One, you're going to drop the toaster on the floor and you're going to have crumbs everywhere. Or, second thing, a piece of bread's going to drop down in there and light all the crumbs in the tray down below on fire. I'm just pointing that out, hypothetically speaking.
And now, a whole new way to watch radio. The Dennis George Show. Here's your host, Dennis George.
Toasters are... I don't even have a microphone going. I don't even know if people can hear me. That's hysterical. Let me even see if this...
Yeah, I can hear you. But
yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, no problem?
No, that's different. That's better.
Okay. So, how about we get a microphone?
Great start. Great start.
Right. Great start. Great start.
You're doing great.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, everyone. Mitch is here.
So I've got two things. First of all, I want to apologize to the listeners because this is the first show we've done in a while because Dennis has been censoring us worse than North Korea. All right. And second of all, my question about the toaster. All right.
Yeah.
Which one of those things did you do? Because we all know that happened to you, and it's which one did you do it, and in what order? Because was it on fire and then you dropped it? And
Stand by.
Your house now burned down.
Stand by for the answer.
Run.
Sam is here. Hi, Sam.
How's it going? I also wanted to let you know, did you know that there's even a drawer that you can pull out to get the crumbs out?
Or pivot down.
I've discovered this. Stand by.
Okay.
Debbie's here.
How you have not died in the kitchen is beyond me. An act of God has saved you.
Once again, Debbie, where's the manual that says all this?
Mm-hmm. Open it up and read it.
Yeah, would you read it?
Came with a toaster.
You can use your speed reading.
Right.
But we've been able to pronounce it.
Stop, you're making fun of me. So no, there was no fire, but there are crumbs. There are crumbs that are over there. I think I sold my broom at a garage. I had a garage sale, and I think I sold the broom.
No, you didn't. I used the broom.
Oh, what, Mitch?
Isn't that what you have the intern for?
Yeah, intern hasn't been over here in a while. I need to get the intern to come over here and sweep up these crumbs. Eric, get your ass over here.
Hey, I clean my toaster every time I use it.
You do not. Is that true?
I do. Yes, every time I use it. It's pivoted on the bottom. I open it up. I dump all the crumbs out and close it back up and put it away.
Isn't that a little overkill, though? Can't you go like a week?
You can. Yes, you can. We do that when I'm at home at my mom's. We clean out the toaster every single time we use it. We take the little drawer out and we dump it.
I didn't even know that it hinged open. I had no clue.
Because you didn't read the booklet that came with the toaster.
Because who needs a little booklet? You just push down.
Who does read the booklet?
Right.
Apparently,
right.
I want to point out, apparently you needed a little booklet because you didn't even know that it had the door to open up.
To be fair, this is a very unknown thing that has always been a thing.
Yeah.
Because my stepsister, she actually shared on our group thread and she sent a picture and she was like, who knew this was here? So you are not in.
I'm not alone.
You're not alone. You have a friend.
Good to hear. I'm not alone.
Public service announcement. Toasters have a drawer in some way that open up and allow you to get the crumbs out.
Some of them pivot down, like mine pivots down.
You
gotta kind of slide it sideways to unlatch it, and then it just pivots down, and all the crumbs fall into the sink.
Public service announcement: empty your drawers. I'm just saying,
yes.
Get in there.
Especially if they get dirty.
That's right.
And if they get too full, and you're just walking around with big old overloaded drawers,
just because you never know
brown stuff.
What might
be highly absorbent.
You're just sad astronauting it.
Like
all right?
Catch fire.
Pants on fire.
Right. Pacific Rim.
Move along.
Okay.
A burning ring of fire.
So Mitch sent me a link, and I'm going to read you the link, and I want to tell you I did not click this link, okay? But here I'm going to read you the link. SkyNews.com story/women describes horror at finding snake and 17 babies under her bed after reptile gave birth. Let's just be clear. I did not click that link. Like that's not happening. Like that is she's like, check this story out. No, I don't think I will, thank you.
I mean,
snake under your bed.
I think you need to face your fears. All right.
I think it's better than rats.
Did she know that she had a snake?
Sam, I didn't click the story. So
Mitch.
Mitchell.
I didn't click it. I was just trying to scare Dennis.
So now we're here and none of us know anything about this because nobody, I didn't receive it, but nobody clicked the link.
Well, let's just be clear. That's enough of the story. Like, this is why you need to be looking under your bed once in a while, which I do once in a while. So let me just tell you a story.
Why do you look under there?
For scary monsters. Here's the thing.
Looking for crumbs from the toaster.
Right. So when I come up my stairs to the second floor where my bedroom is, right as I turn the landing before I get to the second set of stairs, I can see into my bedroom under the bed. And every night before I go to bed, I look in there to make sure there's nothing under my bed because I don't want anything to be there when I go to bed.
So Dennis,
monsters.
You know, when you turn off the lights to go upstairs, do you run up the stairs after that because you're afraid that there's something in the dark behind you that's going to get you?
No, I don't turn off the lights until I get into bed, and I tell that Amazon chick, who I can't say her name because then she'll make noise.
You mean Alexa?
The Amazon woman?
Yes.
Alexa, play fart noises.
Right. So stop it. So yes, I do turn off the lights after I've made my way upstairs. It's true. Yeah.
But before you had Alexa, did you run upstairs after you turned off the lights, or did they just stay on perpetually?
No. I have a light switch at the bottom of my stairs, and I could turn that switch on, and then it has another switch at the top of the stairs that I could turn it off.
Okay.
Yeah.
A triple pull.
I got a triple pull for you. So
Debbie, buzzer.
Right?
Hit the buzzer earlier, Sam, and they all ignored me. So I feel like
we'll apologize.
You need an air horn.
For ignoring
on the last show, Sam was telling us that the Earth is flat, and I just wanted to point out that I did watch Beyond the Curve, which was a Netflix show.
Me too.
Debbie, did you?
Wait, no. Sam didn't tell you the Earth was flat. Sam told you to watch the documentary. So you watch what you're saying. He did not tell you the Earth was flat.
I am not a believer, but I support your
right to believe that.
Your right to believe.
Yeah.
Well, the Earth is flat, and I know this because when I was younger, I played Risk, and you can connect one side Kamchatka to Alaska by playing the board game. I'm just saying. That's all I'm going to say about it. That's it. I'm just going to say.
Palin can see Russia from her house.
See?
That's how she does it.
Right. That's how
Watch a documentary.
Watch a documentary called Beyond the Curve on Netflix. I saw a good movie called The Tomorrow War. Thought that was good. It's on Amazon Prime. It's got some scary monsters in it, which Denny G called me. Denny G called me. It's a movie. Denny G called me and questioned me about how I could have stood watching that movie because there's monsters in it.
All over the place, yes. And they're nasty monsters.
There are nasty monsters.
Particularly, I don't know how you couldn't watch a snake movie after seeing that thing.
Sure, there are some pretty
snake story either.
Right. There are some pretty intense monster scenes in that movie, The Tomorrow War. I did close my eyes a couple times, just in full.
Did you really? You didn't tell me that.
Full confession time. There were a few spots, but it's a good movie. It was good. Yeah. What about all of you? What's happening? Debbie looks exhausted already, and we just got started.
I know. So for some odd reason, it really has drained me just the first 5 minutes of the show.
Well, we're going to do after the break Weird People, so maybe during the break you could re-energize. Would that work?
I'll have to do shots. It's fine.
Just start drinking, Debbie. Just start drinking.
Yeah, well, I'm on day 10 of my COVID breakthrough
What?
isolation.
What? You got COVID?
Yeah, I did. Yes. After being vaccinated.
You're vaccinated
All the
and you
individuals
had.
who have COVID for Dennis's response.
What'd you say, Mitch?
Should we apologize to all COVID people who have had COVID after Dennis played the little, world's smallest violin there?
No.
No, I was being sympathetic for sure.
No,
Were
I
your
think
symptoms?
I think I'm Superman now. I got all these antibodies running around my body.
You're ready till the next variant comes along.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see.
But your symptoms weren't
Boy.
horrible, right? I mean,
No.
you
I
get
maybe got a
tired.
fever of 100, right around 100. And I slept for 11 hours one day and I'm feeling punky for about 2 days and took a sauna when I had a fever, which really knocked it out. And then I felt good after that.
Yeah.
Doing great.
So you're feeling okay now. Well, good. I'm glad you're okay. There are a lot of
Yep.
people are not doing so well. So.
I know.
Yeah, so I'm glad you're doing okay.
Yep.
Yeah. That's crazy for sure. Well, all right. We're gonna take a little break so Debbie can recompose herself. After the break, we got some weird people. Stick around.
The Dennis George Show continues after this.
I'm Morgan Freeman. I'm not a doctor, but I trust science. And I'm told that for some reason people trust me. So here I am to say, I trust science and I got the vaccine. If you trust me, you'll get the vaccine. In math, it's called the distributive property. In people, it's called taking care of one another. Get the vaccine. Help make our world a safe place for us to enjoy ourselves again. Please.
The views expressed on Dennis George Show
Are not our own or anyone else's.
Listen at your own risk, and we cannot be held responsible for your ears burning, bleeding, or ringing, or the blurred eyesight.
some things you will not be able to unhear or unsee, and for that,
You are warned.
Do not try anything we suggest or talk about at home, work, or in your car.
A reminder, there are no rules, and our show is intended for mature audience only.
or at a minimum,
Those over your state's or country's legal age of consent.
Any experiments
Jobs, skills, or sexual positions suggested
and or recommended
are for comedy purposes only and should not be tried without supervision.
or a spotter.
safety word or phrase,
Is recommended in advance of trying anything
Any
new.
medical advice
or comments that seem like medical advice,
should be reviewed with your own doctor.
or at least,
Check it on Google like we did.
thank you and good luck.
And now, back to the Dennis George Show.
Debbie, do you feel a little more energized?
Sure.
Sure.
Fresh.
We'll fix that real
Sure.
quick. All right.
Yeah. Did you help her out, Mitch, during the break?
Yes, I helped her. No.
No?
I'm even afraid of Debbie at this point. All right.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. There's the fear. The fear.
I have no fear.
Oh, look out. Speaking of the coronavirus, in our weird people news, in Indonesia this past week, an Indonesian man with the coronavirus boarded a domestic flight disguised as his wife. He was wearing a face covering, carrying fake ID, and a negative PCR test because he had coronavirus. Police say a flight attendant aboard the CityLink plane traveling from Jakarta to Ternate in help me out here, Debbie, North Malak.
Apologize.
Yeah,
I always want to give you a chance to say it first.
North Maluku province on Sunday noticed the man changed clothes in the lavatory. So the guy came on the plane dressed as his wife, well, as a woman, and got on the plane and then went into the bathroom of the plane, changed his clothing. So if he hadn't changed his clothing, he wouldn't have been busted.
Had a
Why
sex
did he
change
do
operation in
that?
the bathroom.
Right. Well,
I was
because
really gonna ask if it was because I know that drag queens they have to do some tucking. If that's what got him caught was he didn't tuck or he
Was
came
the
untucked.
tuck?
Bulging.
yeah.
Told the Debbie.
You might be right, Mitch. I don't know. So the police arrested the man upon landing, and they got him. So yeah. So don't listen, folks. If you got the Rona, you don't be flying. Don't be doing stuff that puts other people at risk. I'm just saying.
But did they put him in the female jail or the male jail?
That's a fair
Male.
question.
The male jail.
Yeah, the male jail.
Maybe
MALE.
maybe he's just gender fluid and he needed to. He felt like a lady at first.
Yeah, but he had the coronavirus. He had the coronavirus, so there's a bigger issue here.
Do you think gender fluid people can't have coronavirus? Do you think they're
Stop trying to defend him with gender fluidity when he was doing it to travel with the coronavirus, people? Come on now.
Are you sure, Debbie?
Yes, positive.
We're gonna
Punta
apologize.
Gorda.
Like
We're
his
gonna apologize to you
coronavirus
gender
test.
fluid people, though, just in case.
Positive, like his coronavirus test.
I think, Sam, you're the only one who has to apologize to them. I'm just going to point that out because you're the only one who went off the rails about it. I'm just going to say.
I'm just saying he could.
What do you have against Sam today?
Nothing.
It's,
Nothing.
apologize to Sam because Dennis is just, yeah.
I didn't do
We're
anything.
gonna apologize to Sam for Dennis being short with him.
I am not being short. Punta Gorda, Florida. Florida man returning home from a doctor's appointment found a stranger skinny dipping in his backyard swimming pool, sheriff officials said. At first, the man only noticed clothes scattered around his lanai. I'll talk about what a lanai is in just a second. Earlier this week, Charlotte County Sheriff's officials said in a social media post Tuesday, then he saw the woman in his pool and called the deputies. The woman was hostile and told the sheriff's deputies to leave her alone. They asked several times for her to get out of the pool and get dressed, and she said no. Finally, she followed the orders but resisted when the deputies tried to detain her. She pulled away and said she was not going anywhere. Deputies took her to the Charlotte County Jail but refused to tell them her name. Officials eventually identified her through previous jail booking photos.
So let's talk about Susie Streaker here for a minute.
Yeah.
I mean, was she hot?
I don't know, but here's the thing. If I've got someone who's
Mitch.
jumped in...
Mitch, no. Had nothing to do with that. You're somebody's peeing in your pool.
Wait a minute. We don't know that she was peeing in the pool, but here's
Yeah,
the thing.
do.
If I... You know, do. If
Well,
I've got someone skinny dipping...
go inside.
If I've got someone skinny dipping in my pool, I'm going to probably let them skinny dip in the pool. I'm just saying. Like, that to me sounds like an invitation. I'm just...
anybody. You're
Gonna let him
just gonna
pee in
let
your pool?
Anybody skinny dip.
No peeing in the pool.
How do you know? How are you going to stop him?
I'm going to tell
You
them
trust
not to
him?
pee
You
in
don't know him? Come
I'm
on.
going to tell them not to pee in the pool.
Where
Oh,
is
yeah,
he gonna
right.
go
That's
pee?
really
You're
going to
telling
work.
not to
Where
swim in
is
your
he
pool?
gonna go?
Yeah,
Police
okay,
told her to
fine.
get out.
He's gonna have nowhere to go pee because you can't go inside.
Yeah.
She can't go
Well,
outside because she's naked.
That's why
letting
she
him
waited to get out of the pool before the police got her because she had to finish peeing before they got her.
You're on to something. I'm there.
I'm on
let's
it, man.
also point out what a lanai is. I've only recently learned what a lanai is. By the way, a lanai is in Florida, a screened enclosure around the pool. I'm just going to say.
It's their hoity-toity way of saying screened-in porch.
Right, exactly.
Well, it's a little bit different because in Florida, you may not know, but there's a lot of little bugs they call no-see-ums, and they actually you can't really see them,
Wait.
but they
Because you can't see them? So there are no see-ums?
bums. Yeah.
No see-ums?
I have no idea
Oh.
why they get the name of that. You should research it.
I think we should ask our listeners. We'll get better answers.
But-
Lanai's not Hawaiian.
Oh.
But the reason they have it is because it helps keep them out, but it doesn't. Some of the lanais, there's different grades of screens, so some of the holes aren't small enough to keep them out.
Yeah.
But you want to
Because you want the airflow. You want the, in this case, so you want the airflow, right? I mean, you want the airflow in the lanai.
Well, of course, yeah.
But you don't want
And
the bugs.
sun. Yeah.
Yeah. Lanai.
It makes
That might
it a much better experience not being bit by mosquitoes and such.
Yeah, right. No, that makes complete sense for sure. Yeah.
What else you got, Dennis?
Finally, from the world of Yuri. Remember Yuri and Margot?
They're
Oh,
back?
God
They're
help us.
back. We may remember. You should probably go to our previous podcast if you're not sure, and go ahead and look for the episodes that talk about a sex doll, Margot, and her partner named Yuri. There's a whole bunch of background on that. But anyway, Yuri and Margot were together. Then they got divorced.
Married.
Well,
Yeah, married, not just together.
They got married.
Married.
Yeah, Margot was a sex doll.
She's still
Yuri.
She's a human.
She is still missing. So around Christmas time, he said she got injured. So he said he shipped her away for repairs. And then while she was away, he cheated on her with a chicken prototype type thing. Anyway, he's back in the news. I'm just going to say. So a U.S. company called Real Doll. Now, remember, we've talked about Real Doll. This is an actual website. In fact, by the way, I should point out, several listeners have emailed me that they've gone to the Real Doll site and ordered some dolls. And I have followed up those emails with, please let us know more details. How did that work? I'm still waiting for responses. So if you're one of those listeners, please tell us, because I got at least two have said they ordered from Real Doll after we talked about it.
videos.
And send pictures.
And pictures, yeah.
Pictures are okay, no videos, please. Anyway, Real Doll this past month has offered a public a glimpse of Henry. Now, Henry is a new prototype male sex robot with artificial intelligence. CEO and founder Matt McMillan said that they're currently working on his, quote, sexual preference and a bionic penis powerful enough to lift trucks.
Oh.
But see, here's the thing. So this AI doll, by the way, has lots of other capabilities. They can carry out conversations. They can mimic orgasms and develop their own personalities. But here's the deal. This is a twofer. So if you can get this doll and use it as a workhorse around the house for heavy lifting, I'm thinking because sometimes I have trouble. I want to move the couch.
Sometimes you need a car jack.
Gonna spin you like a pinwheel.
Right. Whee! So,
Debbie, quit holding your head.
Here's the other thing.
We'll apologize to Henry.
No, listen. Here's the other thing I was thinking about. You get a flat tire, okay? And you
Yes, that's exactly what you want to see on the side of the road.
Prop it up right next to your car. Nobody will think anything of it. They'll be like, oh, that's a very nice jack.
Henry will lift the car up for you. It is my penis.
The jack is a different kind.
I am so happy that you are so amused by that.
He is just so amused with himself.
I think it's great.
You talked to him. You didn't even say what Yuri said, though.
I'm getting to it. So
wait a minute. I want to talk about the sex doll.
Yeah.
I love that they're like hyping its personality, because that's what everyone gets a sex doll for, is its personality.
Personality, right? Exactly. Well, but there are some of us who live alone. I'm just going to say, who we would like to have conversation, and so
Are you talking from experience?
Yeah. So I'm saying that if what's his name?
Henry.
If Henry, could carry on an actual conversation as well, then you wouldn't have to use him just for sex. You could also talk to him.
Watch Lars and the Real Girl.
Right. That's a movie.
Maybe you can put one of your Amazon girls inside of Henry, and then it's multi-purposed.
Maybe you could teach Henry how to cook. So
It doesn't clarify the cavity sizes of Henry, but that would be something to look into.
I'm sure Henry can use enough lube to make it work.
Debbie, please ring the bell.
I mean, he's Astroglide. He's Cadillac in the doghouse with that stuff.
You started this? I'm letting this bad boy play out, buddy.
You're letting it rip. It's going to rip. Regarding the robot, Yuri, so Yuri would have to come into this story somehow, right?
Right.
So the Real company, Real Doll, the U.S. company, actually has reached out to Yuri. And so Yuri got interviewed by the Daily Star, and he said he'd like to experiment with the robot. He said it would be interesting for him. He said that, in general, the relationship of a person with a robot is a future reality.
Got any price points on that thing?
No, there's no price on that. But remember, we did go back many podcasts ago. We did go on the Real Doll website and we did research. Well, okay, I researched.
Make that clear.
Yeah.
I researched building my own, and we were up to a couple $1,000 because there were some features that were a little pricey.
Yeah, like
you're gonna build your own.
The latex, the type of
Yeah.
plastic.
Yeah, you can build your own.
Latex free.
Oh,
or
really?
not.
Yeah.
Do you ever
well,
watch? Do you ever watch Burn After Reading?
No.
Watch that. Somebody builds one in their basement. I think
The
it's
thing
Brad
is-
Pitt who does it, or somebody like that.
You know, it's kind of creepy about the site, if you remember from the podcast a long time ago, was they charge extra for the head. And I'm like, I want my doll to have an actual head on them. Like, that's just weird to me. And Mitch even pointed out on that podcast, he asked if you could just order the head. I'm like, I understand, but I'm just saying, I don't remember seeing that specific option. I'm just throwing that out there. But some people just want good head. So I get it. It makes complete sense to me. But, you know, it's
You're
fine.
just trying to see how far you can go before Debbie decides to actually.
Well, no,
reel
we've
us in at that
no,
point.
we've
No,
gone
she gave
so
up.
far past that. We've gone so far past that line
Gave up.
that I have to back up to go to the bell. Like it's just yeah.
She's throwing all everything away. The bell, then went the bell, then went the horn.
Yeah, she's throwing it away. So that's why. Now I did research a little bit about Yuri. He's not in as much in the news. He's remarried and he's got multiple dolls as partners, and it's a mess. So I just
Still have as
last
many
time-
followers?
yeah, he's still growing his social media channel. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
That's
the
what it's
last
all
time
about.
we had a big update about him, he had another female doll that he had replaced,
Lola. Yeah.
And the
Lola,
chicken.
and then the chicken one.
Right. Yep.
So he had two at that point. So
Yeah.
But we
that
still have
seems to
not
be-
found your
Margot.
Margot. We
Margot.
still haven't found Margot, have we?
No,
I think
she's
he
not.
melted her down for parts.
Yeah, she is not. I think she's on a tour.
MIA.
Yeah.
Where are her friends that were looking for her?
Seriously, right? What kind of friends are those that they've given up the search? I'd
If
be
y'all
like,
give up the
reals.
search for me, I will haunt you all for the rest of your life.
We won't.
Debbie,
we won't.
no. We'd buy advertising. There'd be a hashtag. Where's Debbie? Yep. Absolutely.
We love you too much, and we know you're not plastic.
I appreciate that immensely.
You're welcome. I'm here for you.
And your head doesn't detach, so that's a good thing too.
Thank God.
Not
Wow.
purposely
Creepy.
anyway.
Right.
That's a different show.
It is
All
a
right,
different
Hannibal
show.
Lecter,
Right.
bring us home.
After the break, Debbie has a top 10 list that will result in legal action against us for sure. Stick around.
As long as
Find
she's
us
still here.
online at Dennis George Show.
What, Denny G?
As long as she's still around after the break.
Find us online at DennisGeorgeShow.com.
Hey there, catch us 24/7 on social media. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Good Pods. On Alexa and Google Assist, say, play Dennis George Show podcast.
If you have a question or comment, send us an email at podcast@dennisgeorgeshow.com. Or if you're just looking for a date. If we read your question or comment on the show, we'll send you a Dennis George Show t-shirt. That's podcast@dennisgeorgeshow.com. Now back to the show.
So, in full disclosure, because Denny G has seen this list ahead of time, and we had a little side conversation before the podcast, and he said, we might want to point out the fact that this list is not necessarily from us. So the
It's
McDonald's,
not from us.
it's not from us, because McDonald's will probably sue us. So this list is from, where did I say it was from? I got to look it up. Hold on.
The internet.
This list is from BuzzFeed. So if you want to go after someone, you could sue BuzzFeed. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, I
Although-
Apologize to BuzzFeed.
Oh, absolutely.
Probably, and their legal department.
And maybe you should apologize to McDonald's just now.
Probably go ahead and apologize to McDonald's, and I will put a little disclaimer in here, which is that I like McDonald's. Like, I like their French fries.
I like their fries.
If they're
Yeah.
fresh.
After this
If
top
not,
10
they're
list,
awful.
after this top 10 list, you may never go to McDonald's again. But I'm just gonna point that out there that we like I like McDonald's. Can't speak for everyone else, but I do like McDonald's. So this is the top 10. Debbie, what's the top 10 list?
So before we get into that, I just want to state none of our top 10 lists are things that we created.
Yeah.
We find them all on the interwebs. So, I'm just putting that out there.
We've even
So-
had listeners send us top 10 lists as well. Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
In fact, my brother supplied one of our top 10 lists in an earlier show,
That's true. Yep.
True.
and he's still waiting on his t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Podcast at DennisGeorgeShow.com. That'll light up all those people waiting on t-shirts. All right.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
That's fine.
I'm feeling sassy today, everybody.
All right. What's the list?
Top 10 McDonald's secrets. All right. Number 10.
Now, wait a minute. We should point out these are secrets they do not want you to know or they do not want you to remember. We should say that.
Has McDonald's threatened you? Because you were just like...
just being clear.
You were a China doll.
I'm just saying. And I don't think it might be good
We're going
PR.
to apologize to China.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will want to.
There we go.
Further
Only
down.
took us
Don't
30
worry.
episodes.
Right.
All right. Number 10. Their vegetarian options are not really vegetarian. So their fries contain 19 different ingredients. And even though they promote those as vegetarian option, they actually contain beef fat. They tried listing the beef fat as natural flavoring to hide it for years, and it ended up in lawsuits by some very prominent Jewish and Muslim organizations.
How did they get the beef fat into the potatoes? Is it before they slice it or after they slice it?
I like the fact that you believe that that's all that happens is that they just slice them and then poof, they're French fries.
Like, I'm really curious. Like, I mean,
That's probably why I like their fries.
Right.
I mean, they're deep fried taters.
Yeah.
I'm terrified.
Well, they're deep frying them in beef fat. Yeah.
All right.
No, they're not. They're fried in vegetable oil.
Yes.
Yeah.
Be careful.
The beef fat is actually in the French fry itself. Their French fries are made up of 19 different ingredients.
And I mean, you just don't want to go there to try to name them all. Because I mean, it's like naming all the meats in an 8-meat stew. All right. You don't want to go there.
Yeah.
Well, I think their fries are really good.
Right. Number 9. Super Size Me actually worked. So in 2004, Morgan Spurlock put out a documentary called Super Size Me, where for, I believe it was a month. I didn't write that down.
Yeah, it was.
A lot of words. So I made notes again. For a month, ate only McDonald's. And as if the employee offered, would you like that supersize? Then Morgan would supersize the meal. So for a month, that's all he ate. And at the end of it, his health was shockingly atrocious.
Yeah.
So
it's a great movie and a really good book. And I will, a little bragging here. I have met him. He's a great documentarian. But he wrote the book, Super Size Me, and then they made it into a documentary. And they test him all along the way. Like he gets blood tests and other kind of screenings. And it's really eye-opening.
Telling,
like it's very telling. It is.
So did he, I have not seen the documentary. Did he eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner there for a month?
Yep.
Every meal.
Everything he put in his body for a month with McDonald's.
Yep.
Also, I would like to say in McDonald's defense that they have made another documentary since then, and they've talked about how they've made changes to their menu to have healthier food options.
Wait, Samuel.
Oh, no.
Samuel, get to it. Don't worry.
Okay.
So one last thing to point out on the Super Size Me actually worked number here. The supersize option had existed for 12 years up to the point that this documentary was made in 2004. And within 6 weeks after the documentary premiered, it had been removed.
Yeah, supersize is no longer an option at McDonald's.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, we're gonna get.
We'll get rid of that. Yeah.
Although they claimed it wasn't because of the documentary.
They tried to sue him, and it was completely unsuccessful because he documented everything. So it was like
he didn't do anything that was lawsuit worthy.
I'm not being slanderous. These are the facts. Yeah.
Right.
All right, number 8. I didn't know that this had happened, so I'm still in a little bit of shock over this. Apparently, they released a sandwich called the McAfrica.
Oh no!
It was released in 2002, and it was a burger, cheese, tomatoes on pita bread, and it was marketed as an authentic African recipe.
Look at Sam's face. I wish those of you who were on a podcast had YouTube.
It gets better. It gets better, Sam. Your shock and awe is going to just increase.
I don't know if their eyes can be any bigger.
Because it was released at the height of severe famine in South and Central Africa.
Was it released in the U.S. at all, or just in Africa?
Wait.
Let her get to it. Yeah.
Last thing, and it was only released in Norway, which is one of the richest countries in the world.
Oh.
I
Range.
can't even.
I have no words for that one.
We are
No
sorry,
words.
Africa.
Yeah. That quickly was removed from their menu.
Thank
Well,
God.
it was only released in Norway, so it's not like it had a wide following there. All right. Number 7. They don't clean their machines. So apparently their ice cream machines have a 4-hour self-cleaning cycle, but that actually only cleans the internal chambers. It doesn't do the outside trays or nozzles. And all of the other equipment is apparently very difficult to clean. And I guess they don't have any protocol in place necessarily to clean that on a regular basis. And because it's difficult to clean, they don't have a protocol. The employees often just don't clean them.
Is that why the machine's always down?
Well, that was one of the things they stated in the article, was that the ice cream machines, oftentimes when people say, the employees would say the ice cream machine is down, it was actually running that 4-hour self-cleaning cycle.
Because they forgot to run it on the overnight shift, so they come in and run it. Now the machine's not working.
Or they start it earlier in the evening than they should. So yeah.
So whenever I order, I tell them I don't want sprinkles on my ice cream, and it comes with sprinkles. Is that just whatever hasn't been cleaned off the machine coming out?
Probably.
Yeah, and the bigger part of your question is you probably shouldn't be ordering ice cream from McDonald's. I'm just throwing that out there.
Not anymore.
I accidentally, on purpose, went to YouTube and searched for McDonald's ice cream machine. Don't do that. Don't, because you can't unsee that. So I'm just gonna trust.
How nasty they are.
Yeah, trust Debbie in this. You don't need to research it.
So start going to Sonic if you want a shake.
Yeah, go to some place that actually specializes in ice cream, not a burger joint.
Actually,
Not a burger joint.
my darling bride went to culinary school, and they did a lot of health and sanitation stuff. And she said that White Castle is one of the cleanest fast food places around.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Yep.
Because they really, they really take care of cleaning up everything.
I like their burgers.
Yep.
Slide her in, slide her out.
White Castle. It's gross. White Castle cleanse.
Yeah, they got
Number
Impossible
6.
Meat stuff.
Right, that's true. They do.
Number 6.
It would just go on.
Number 6 is just how often they are sued. I wrote one word down with all the words they had underneath of this one. I wrote one word down, and that word is constantly.
Yeah.
So they get sued a lot for a lot of different things. We've already talked about one set of lawsuits from the Jewish and Muslim communities because of the non-vegetarian
Fries.
option. But I'm about to get to another one, because the next one, number 5, is the hot coffee incident was their fault. So the woman who sued McDonald's because their coffee was too hot, it was actually proven that the coffee was almost 40 degrees hotter than normal coffee.
Oh.
And hundreds of folks had already complained about the temperature of this coffee.
Really?
She also had to get skin grafts for the
I didn't
spot.
know this.
Yes. This is news to me because I didn't hear this.
Yeah, because I was always just like, duh, it's hot coffee. That was something that was left out of this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I knew
So,
a federal judge who wrote an opinion on that.
Yeah.
And
Well, she got money, didn't she?
Oh yeah.
She got lots of money. But yeah, I had no idea. That's something that did not get reported out. They made it sound like a very frivolous lawsuit. But in the end, when they reported she got money, I thought, well, there had to be some substance to that. And
Right.
yeah, almost 40,
like,
about
dang.
40 degrees hotter. I'm like, 40 degrees hotter is a lot. I mean, that's a whole lot.
yeah.
Well, and what struck me about what you just said was, and I didn't know this either, because I've always made fun of that. I'm like, oh, come on. Coffee's hot.
Coffee's always hot.
Get real. But what I didn't realize, Debbie, when you just said it, was that so many people had reported to McDonald's ahead of time at that location saying, "Hey, you've got a problem here," and they
Right.
did nothing about it. That's a
Right.
problem.
Yeah.
That's a serious issue.
And she had to get skin grafts. That
Yeah.
alone should have indicated how very hot that coffee was.
Didn't it get spilt on her lap or something?
Yeah, I think it was on her lap, on her leg, but I
Yeah.
honestly would have to look again to make sure. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think that is correct.
Yeah.
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 So that was news to me. That was definitely an eye opener.
Shame on you, McDonald's.
Yeah, we should
Number-
remove them from the apology list, I think, actually.
Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and scratch them off.
All right. So Sam, this one's for you.
I agree, man.
Number 4, their health initiative is totally fake. One of the things that they said they were going to do is put no more preservatives in their burgers. 1/3 of them still have preservatives. They were going to remove high fructose corn syrup. They only removed it from the buns. They said on their salads were a healthy option, but once you add the cheese that they put in there and their salad dressings, they are extremely high calorie options.
But that's true for almost all salads that you get out. I got a friend that gets like a big Caesar salad because he thinks he's dieting or trying to lose weight, and he puts all kinds of dressing on it, and now it's all where all the calories are.
Right. And
Yeah.
you can get healthier option salad dressings though. That
Yes,
would be
oil and
better
vinegar.
for you.
Yes.
Yeah,
something like that.
there are many options you could do, but the
Yep.
ones that they have at McDonald's aren't necessarily
Right.
healthier
Good,
options.
healthy options.
I'll say it.
Yeah, their chef salad with ranch dressing has more calories than the quarter pounder.
What?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they market it. But they market it as a healthier option.
One,
did-
go ahead, Sam.
I did listen to a documentary once where they were talking about that in all other countries except for the United States, and I don't remember exactly the ingredient, but most American businesses use this specific ingredient for buns and bread options to last longer. All other countries have banned it, and we're like, yeah, we're good.
Right.
We're fine. We're gonna live forever. It's all good. We're
Yeah, and the
preserving ourselves.
major grocers, they want to make sure that the shelf life of their product on the shelves is going to go 6 weeks, so you can buy that bread.
Hmm.
So they're pumping it full of chemicals.
All right, I have one last note on the whole health initiative is totally fake. And I found this very interesting as well. That they said they were going to simplify their menu and have less ingredients in their items. The Big Mac has approximately 70 ingredients. 70,
lot.
not 17, 70
And
ingredients.
why? Everything's gonna taste better if you just do it fresh.
Number 3, we're just going to keep going. We're just going to power through here. Number 3, they served tainted meat and didn't care. So this was discovered in 2014. There was sort of an undercover operation sort of thing, undercover reporting at a food processing plant in China, which is why I said we were probably going to have to apologize to China at some point. That
Apologize times 2 already.
belonged to the OSI group. And McDonald's lied and said that they had never received any food from that food processing plant.
Hey, you're kidding yourself if you think people in fast food places don't drop stuff on the floor and pick it up.
Oh, well, I'm not.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. 2 second rule.
You're crazy to think in a restaurant, period, that people won't do that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, all the other fast food places that had been called out as potentially having received meat from that food processing plant all immediately cut ties with that company. No, not McDonald's. No, we didn't get anything
It
from
was
there.
probably a bargain.
Right.
I'll bet you they can get some meat on the cheap. All right. Number 2, that there's a best time and way to eat there. So a lot of corporations will send out secret shoppers to figure out how they're doing and see if, people when during high times get stressed, how their employees are doing with customers. And so the employees at McDonald's are taught, whether directly or indirectly, to be on the lookout for these mystery shoppers and give them their A game. And so ordering at the busiest times, which are the main meal times, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and asking for an itemized receipt is likely to nab you the best service.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
they're gonna
okay.
they're gonna
They
think
think you're a
mystery
secret shopper. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
You're gonna get fresh fries.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'm asking for an itemized
No
receipt
idea.
every
Yeah.
But you're
time.
still
From
going to
now
get
on.
sprinkles on that ice cream.
Oh, all right. Number 1, the Monopoly game was fake. So from 1995 to
Was
2000,
fake or still is fake?
what was fake? I
Okay.
This particular one only refers to the 1995 to 2000 run of the
Okay.
McDonald's Monopoly game. So during that time frame, the winning pieces simply weren't on public items. And that's because they had been given to friends and or family members of Jerome Jacobson, who was the head of security at Simon Marketing, which was the company with whom McDonald's ran the game. So he figured out that these were the winning pieces. He pulled them all before they could go out and be distributed anywhere, handed them out to his friends and family, and they racked up $24 million in prizes before he got caught.
Yeah.
What happened to him after he got caught?
I don't have that information. I'm
I mean,
assuming
I
he
hope-
got.
There's a great, a couple
Fine.
things. There's a great documentary about this on HBO called McMillions, and it's a very good film.
I was trying to think of the name of it, and I couldn't.
Yeah, it came out like 2 years ago. So here's the unfortunate side of this. So Simon Marketing, which was the company that used to do all of McDonald's games, Happy Meals, and promotions, they really cut their teeth. The company cut their teeth on McDonald's for years, and they had offices all over the world. They went out of business. So this one guy affected so many jobs, thousands of jobs. The printing companies that printed the game pieces were put out of business. The marketing company, all of those people lost their jobs. It was a pretty devastating impact. Not just, McDonald's. So McDonald's took the hit, of course, but it's all these other side companies that were providing services under this promotion. All of those companies ended up going out of business.
I want my money back. There was times that I literally would be like, nope, I'm not going to go to Arby's because they don't have Monopoly. So
Yeah.
I went to McDonald's trying to win, and I want my money back.
Yeah.
Sam,
And I want my calories taken off.
during that time period, whenever I would travel, I would make sure to go to McDonald's because you could get certain
Right.
pieces in other locations. So whenever I went somewhere, I was like, ooh, I'm in a new spot. I got to see what I can
I'm
get.
in a new city.
Yeah.
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 Class action lawsuit.
Yeah. I think there was one, and they ended up obviously settling with a lot of people, but it was a pretty big scandal. Great documentary about the whole thing called McMillions. And in fact, it's a mini document. What do they call it when it's multiple?
Mini-series.
It's a mini-series documentary. It's very, very good. It's very well
A
done.
docu-series.
It's a docu-series. Thank you, Sam.
Big words today, everybody. Big words.
Big words on the show. Thank you, Debbie. That's a great list. Thank you so much. That is a good list. We do apologize, kind of, to McDonald's. Let's apologize.
No.
We'll
I'll say
apologize to the legal.
McDonald's-ish.
No.
Yeah.
No. I apologize to people who work at McDonald's.
Yeah.
That's who we need to apologize.
I'm not
to.
apologizing to McDonald's corporate.
Yeah. After the break, we're going to talk a little about the Olympics and listener email. Let's have a chat.
The Dennis George Show continues after this.
Check out our YouTube channel. It's a whole new way to watch radio, where you can find each episode of our show. Just search Dennis George Show. Like us and subscribe. See you there.
Hey, this is Mitch from The Dennis George Show. If you have a question, comment, new sexual position, things I should do with Dennis's mom, or looking for a date, or even looking for a date with Dennis's mom, send us an email at podcast@dennisgeorgeshow.com. If we read your question or comment on the air, we'll send you a t-shirt. That's podcast@dennisgeorgeshow.com. And now, back to the show.
Well, we're well into the Olympics, and I'm liking the Olympics. I'm not going to lie. I think here in the United States is a little challenging to figure out how to watch what particular sport you're interested in. You got to
Save them all.
Yeah, you got to figure out what platform to go on for a specific type of sport, and then you got to find it. And sometimes you don't subscribe to that one, so it's a little bit of a treasure hunt for me to figure out how to find the stuff I want to watch.
What do you want to watch?
All of it. I enjoy really all of it. Like if it's on, I will watch it. Like it's just I watched rowing.
Feed at every event.
I watched rowing the other day. I learned what a coxswain was. I had no idea. I learned so much. I want to watch surfing because they
Yeah,
had
me too.
they had a typhoon, and so the waves are huge. So I really want to see that. That's a new sport this year. I want to watch skateboarding. That's a new one this year.
I think they already did skateboarding.
But I haven't seen it, so I can't find it. So.
Well, Japan wins. 13-year-old. A 13-year-old wins gold.
Yeah.
So there's the.
There's more than one 13-year-old.
We won gold in surfing.
So apparently now.
Hey, speaking of surfing, let me get in there. You like surfing? I'm watching a series that's called 100-Foot Wave.
Yeah.
And it's about people that go around the world looking for huge waves. And the second episode of the season, they're on the coast of Portugal, and this guy happens to catch a 78-foot wave.
Wow.
And they have to tow him out on jet skis because these waves are so huge. They can't paddle out. They tow him out on jet skis and then they let him go. It's just amazing.
What's it called?
100-Foot Wave.
100-foot. I'm right.
I think that's the name of it.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to do that.
No, I wouldn't want to either. I mean,
I don't want to do it, but I want to watch it for sure. I mean,
oh no, it's great. It's great.
Yeah. And thank you all for spoiling who wins those.
All right. What else can we spoil? Go on.
I appreciate
Bermuda won the triathlon, the women's. They got their first medal.
I did see that. I saw that one, and I thought that was fantastic.
Philippines.
Yeah.
They
So
got it in,
Philippines too.
weightlifting.
Yep.
I saw that.
Women's
So
weightlifting.
I like the Olympics. I'm enjoying it for sure.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite summer sport?
So if you had asked me this question a day or two ago, I would tell you swimming, both men's and women's. But I caught last night water polo. And let me just say this. The water polo is fantastic.
Why are you saying it like a creepy man right now?
It's just fantastic.
You'll figure it out.
It's just fantastic.
I'm surprised you didn't say diving after last night, seeing Tom.
I didn't watch diving. I think I was watching the triathlon while the diving was on.
I like that synchronized diving where they do two people at a time.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's pretty impressive.
I like synchronized swimming. I really like all this. I really like all the stuff. I really do. Debbie, do you have an Olympic favorite?
Artistic swimming, Dennis.
Artistic swimming.
I just want everybody to know that Dennis was just voguing, basically. That silent moment was Dennis voguing.
Yeah,
Right.
and we were watching.
Go watch it on
Judging.
YouTube. Yeah.
Fine. Debbie, do you have an Olympic sport that you like over the other
I
ones?
don't have a favorite. No.
Yeah.
I don't.
Jenny G, do you like any of those things?
Oh, no, I like them all really. Not all of them. I don't like long distance running. That's so boring. Biking, I like the ones where they go over pretty quick. You can tell who won.
Is that because your attention span, or what is that?
No, well, I guess it is.
He just wants immediate satisfaction. He just wants to know who won.
That's right.
All right, Sam, what about you? What do you like watching?
I like volleyball indoor. I don't really care too much to watch doubles volleyball in sand.
The sand volleyball?
Yeah, it doesn't really do too much for me. As a volleyball player, it's more about strategic shots in sand. And I mean, not that strategic shots don't happen on indoor, but it's a lot more intense.
People who watch the show might notice, Sam, that you have more ink on your arm. You have more tattoo going on. What's happening?
I do.
What's happening there?
So it's a dogwood flower on a tree and a bluebird.
Wow. Yeah.
Not a blue jay, a bluebird.
When did you get that?
Yesterday.
Wow, that looks pretty good.
Yeah. So it doesn't look well. I have this. It's a wrapping. They put this wrap on it that helps protect it and heal it.
Mhm.
So it'll look much better after I get to remove.
So
that.
it's like a clear wrap and we're seeing through it?
Right. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Mitch, what about you? Olympics. Do you like anything specific that you like watching?
I like the volleyball. I like the swimming. I can't stand basketball. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
No,
I've
I'm out.
never been able to get into that sport.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that one for sure. Hockey and basketball, no.
It was
yeah.
really interesting watching the women's 3-on-3. I used to like watching a lot of basketball whenever clearly Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen and all them were playing.
Dream
So that's where
team.
the dream team. Yes, that was clearly what developed all that. But the women's 3-on-3, I was watching it, and it's really cool because they only use a half court, and so it's a much faster pace.
Right.
And a lot more stuff happens, and I think that's way more interesting. It was actually pretty cool, and
So-
we're doing really good there too.
I really don't want to say this because it's going to sound rude, but
But you
But
will.
you're going to.
Yeah,
so
you're gonna anyway.
I saw the half court, and I was like,
It's not called half court. It's 3-on-3.
well, but I saw it wasn't a full court,
VX3.
and I was like, what is this? I thought the Paralympics started next week. I didn't know. So I was like,
My God.
no, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I know that in some of their stuff, the courts are different. So I didn't know. And then I was
Dennis!
like, yeah,
Dennis!
yeah.
Oh, I'm so disappointed in you right now.
No. So, but I thought it was very fast paced. You're absolutely right. But it was good.
No.
What?
There's
What?
no saving yourself now. You said it.
No,
You're
I'm not trying to save
don't
myself.
try
I'm
to
just
save
saying.
yourself.
I'm explaining when I saw it what I thought. It's fine. I'm not being bad. It's just that's what I thought. Yeah. So,
Well,
anyway.
I'm glad you allowed us into your brain.
right.
I want
Let me out.
I
Let me
want
out.
I want.
I don't want to go back. I don't like that ride. I don't want to go back.
Yeah. No, actually, I was watching some stories about the Paralympians, and it is fantastic. I mean, it is incredible. So here's me trying to climb out, Debbie. There you go. No, it's absolutely fantastic what the Paralympics do. In fact, I used to produce some stuff for the Special Olympics, and so it's pretty amazing stuff. It absolutely. But when I saw that court, I was like, what is going on?
Why do you have to go back there? Why
Oh,
don't you just let it go? Why don't you end on a high note instead of going back there?
okay.
I guess
Fair
you
enough.
never played half court in school, right?
No, I didn't. I don't even know what that is.
It's
Yeah.
3-on-3. If you get the
Yeah.
ball and you're on the different team that had it before, you have to take it out past the
Yeah,
arc.
on the playground, that kind of thing.
Around.
Never
so
knew
bad.
that. Never knew that at all. Nope. Mm-mm. I learned that the other day. Yep.
All right,
Learned
there.
something new. But I love the Olympics. I love watching it. But I wish it was a little easier in the United States to find everything because it's all over the place. So it's crazy to find the channel stuff is on. For sure.
I agree with that.
It's nuts. Hey, so the next show, we're gonna do a ton of listener email.
We're going to do some today.
So no, we did not talk about that. No. So we're gonna do a ton of listener email, and you all were remembering a different show. So
Oh, that was just beginning of this one.
That was like right before the segment ended. The last segment ended.
I know. I said we're gonna talk about it.
about the Olympics and we're going to do listener email.
We're gonna talk about listener email. What I mean by that is,
We just
Oh.
talked about it.
Oh,
We're
I'm
going
so
to tease our
excited.
listeners is what you're meaning.
yeah. So
Right.
next podcast, we have a whole bunch of listener email that we've been
We
saving
gotta
up
get
for you.
caught up.
And
yeah,
I think
we
you're
gotta
gonna
get caught
a
up.
lot more this week.
So we might. Let us know about your Olympic moments. What you like about the Olympics. I heard you. What you're gonna like about the Olympics. What you do and don't like. And we're still getting stuff about UFO experiences, so that's not bad. And remember, we said if you have a Yuri story for us, like you ordered one of the dolls, we want to hear about that as well. So we have lots of stuff out there to hear about for sure. Now,
Keep them cards and letters coming.
keep them cards and letters coming. And remember, if you watch the show on YouTube, you can also do it on a podcast. And if you do it on a podcast, you can
Try us on
Watch.
YouTube.
try us on YouTube because Debbie,
You're everywhere.
everywhere. Sam has our apology list for this episode.
We're gonna apologize to Toasters.
Can we add Paralympians to the top of the list, please?
Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. The
Okay.
paraplegic individuals, we're gonna apologize to you.
Thank you.
Because Dennis was being a little rude. We're gonna apologize to Johnny Cash, Mitch, Burning Ring of Fire.
Johnny
really.
Cash. Oh,
Mitch said Burning Ring of Fire.
We're
oh,
talking about heavy drawers.
I missed
We're
that.
gonna We're also going to apologize to monsters because some monsters are friendly, Dennis.
That's true. That movie,
Monsters,
Monsters Inc. There's a movie about
They
that.
taught us that. We're
Yeah.
going to apologize to Alexa. We're going to apologize to Debbie. I don't remember exactly what that was for. It was so long ago, but I'm sure it was.
It was so
well
much.
deserved.
It was so much. She
We're
almost
gonna
left the
apologize-
show.
He did almost leave the show. That's right. We're going to apologize to Delta Airlines. You're getting a lot of bad rap for this variance, and we're going to go ahead and apologize to you.
The Delta
Also going
variant.
to apologize.
Can we also
to
apologize
Corona.
to Corona Beer? Yeah.
Corona Beer, you're getting smashed, and we're really sorry. We still enjoy your cocktails. We still enjoy your flights.
Yeah.
We're gonna apologize to Indonesia. We're also gonna apologize to gender fluid individuals. We get to apologize to me
What a list.
because Dennis was being very short with me. Susie, the skinny dipper, we're sorry that you got kicked out of a pool. Henry the sex dog,
Skinny Dipper.
we're going to apologize to you because you're now a carjack. And we're going to apologize to Alexa again for being put into Henry's
Alexa.
cavity. And let's see, Debbie, we're sorry that we're trying to make your head explode. Very sincere.
I know.
Sorry. BuzzFeed Legal Department, you're going to get a lot of emails probably because of us. T-shirt recipients, they are coming. He's
Yeah.
working on it. I'm on it.
It's true.
China.
Jeff and I had to talk about this today. Yep, it's
Yep.
true.
I said it was very rude.
Yeah.
China, we're very, very sorry. That was times two. Times two. We're sorry. Africa, they should not have done that.
That's awful.
Oh my god.
McDonald's.
That's so terrible.
McDonald's got removed from the list because of that sandwich. We are also going to apologize to White Castle and their sliders for my slider in, slider out comment.
Why? Facts are facts.
And we're going to apologize to Monopoly because you were used. You were used, Monopoly. And we're sorry about that.
You were used like Baltic Avenue.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I got for you.
That's a pretty good list for sure. Remember to write us podcast at DennisGeorgeShow.com, and we will see you all next time. See you later. Bye.
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 Love y'all.
Join us again next time for another edition of The Dennis George Show. Thanks for watching.